What's up, everybody? NFT Nicolo here, and I'm here with Y2123. They're an NFT project. They're a gaming project, and they have the awesome artwork. Like their sneak peeks are fire, man. So I'm here talking with Keith. Keith, what do you do in the project, man?
Hey, Nicolo. First and foremost, thanks for having us here.
Yeah, of course.
Really very happy to be working with someone like you who is so willing to pay it forward. So really happy to be here. So yeah, I'm a project lead for Y2123. In my day job, I'm a product manager, and over here, I'm working as a project lead to work with the engineers to build up what's required for the staking contract, with the designers to build out the artwork, and of course, to work with the different folks within the team to really build out what is our gameplay that we're going to roll out after the launch.
Oh, nice. So can you tell us a brief story? What's Y2123?
Yeah, awesome. So thanks for asking. So yeah, Y2123, it's a bit of a mouthful. Just a fun fact, we actually wanted the project to be called Y2121 because exactly 100 years from now. But we couldn't get a domain name, and we decided Y2123 is a funny number and it's a cool number, and we actually hope that it would be easy to remember. So why this project? Why call it Y2123? The reason is actually very simple. It all ties back down to what we are trying to build, and what we're trying to do here is to build a game that is set in the future, 100 years from now, where our NFTs race against time to save Earth from climate change. So this whole narrative, this whole mission and urgency is built into our NFT characters art, our story of the project, as well as the gameplay that we'll be rolling out after our Genesis collection is sold.
All right, that's nice, dude. I mean, so who thought of the idea? I mean, are you a big team? Are you guys all friends? Or is it just random people who got together and talked about it?
Yeah, so that's how it always started, right? Your friends and your team is so important. So what really makes us different or rather unique is we've actually, the co-founder and we've actually been colleagues for a few years in Grab, the leading super app in Southeast Asia, who recently IPO'd. So hooray to the team. So we've actually worked together before, and we're all from tech backgrounds. And it just started off from a very simple and casual conversation about cryptocurrencies and play to earn. And what really struck us is that both of us, we were very, very passionate about how blockchain can be used as a technology for transparency, and thereby raising funds and creating impact for conservation and climate impact. So what's really a common thing between us is this passion for conservation, where both of us really feel this urgency that we need to do something major to stop climate impact, to stop our damage that we're causing to the environment. And what better way than to do it both ways, through raising awareness through the art and through raising funds through the game. And that is, I think, what's quite unique about our gameplay as well.
All right, that's nice. That's good to hear, man. So who thought of the art? I mean, I saw your artworks. I mean, they're really sick, dude. I love it. I love how there are drones flying all over the characters. I love how each character has a representation of each country. I saw one with a Filipino flag on the patch. So yeah, who thought of art? Who thought of the concept behind it?
Yeah, so the art is really thanks to our very, very talented designer on the team who's based in Indonesia. But the concept, the narrative is all interconnected. So I would say it's really a team effort between the art execution as well as the game narrative and the concept that we're trying to bring across. So what we really want to do is to create an artwork that's relatable, right? So that's why we are using a human representation as if you want to use it as profile pic, you can as well. And more importantly, these flags are really a symbol of the fact that climate change impacts us all. It doesn't matter which country we're from. Even if you are living in a mountainous area, climate change will impact you in one way or another. And this flag is to really show that it's all encompassing. And not only that, our game is inclusive as well. And of course, being a game that has a connection tied to the climate impact narrative, I would hint that these flags will have certain connections to the gameplay as well, which makes it really, really fun.
Oh, that sounds good. I mean, so what do the drones play a role in? Are they the ones who attack, or is it a special thing? Some of them defend. What's the role play of the drones flying on top of your characters?
Oh yeah, great question. So I think first and foremost, I'll say that the drones are one of the rarest layers, rarest details in our artwork. And drones will only be available in our Genesis collection that we're rolling out on the 19th of December, where there's only going to be 500 of these Genesis characters that we're calling the Explorers. So drones will have a certain element in the gameplay. Again, this is 100 years into the future, so allowed to be a bit more creative. And these drones will have a certain gameplay that's tagged to what the characters can do. But as to what specifically, I can't reveal too much at this time.
Yeah, don't worry.
Yeah.
We'll keep that a secret until our next interview.
Yeah.
So can you tell us about the roadmap? At least what's the next target? Have you achieved 10%? What's coming up next?
Yeah, so the roadmap that we've published on the website is actually pretty simple, and it's done so on purpose. So at a high level, our roadmap is to, as of this moment, focus on selling our Genesis collection, which is a very exclusive, just limited 500 pieces on the 19th of December. And following that, we'll be launching an alpha version of an on-chain game. So folks who are listening to this YouTube video, who have invested or played your Wolf game or your Fox games and the other derivatives, this would be something similar, but with a totally different narrative and totally different gameplay. The only thing that's similar is that it's on-chain, and that's all. Otherwise, the entire gameplay, the benefits, the tokenomics is totally different. And this is why we are really very excited to roll this out, and we are planning to release the white paper this weekend. So after that gameplay is launched after the Genesis collection is sold out, the next phase will be to roll out the subsequent NFT collections that will be used in the game as well. Because as you know, 500 NFTs is not enough for a game. We definitely need more. And these will be rolled out after the alpha version of the game. So the reason of doing so, sorry?
How many will you rolled out after?
After that, after 500, there would be at least another 9,005. So the first collection will be a total of 10,000. And the reason of doing this in phases is so that we can test the game theory and game mechanics to make sure that it's that we can achieve the kind of a mechanism and strategy that we want our players to experience.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So how about utility? Besides the game, is there any other utility the Y213 is offering?
So the key utility now would be the gameplay. But within the game, there will be various different kinds of NFT tokens as well. So there would be an oxygen token, there will be an in-game utility token, and then there will be other NFTs within the game that will give you additional benefits. There is a different ERC token. So for example, we have an ERC 1155 token that will be used in the game as well. So the NFT that people will buy on the December of 19th will be the access to the game. Subsequently, there will be different NFT tokens that will give additional utility on top of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's awesome, dude. I mean, so the project is coming out December 19th, right? The NFT Genesis, the 500 first batch of the Genesis NFTs.
Yeah, that's right.
The game will follow a few weeks after, or a month after?
A few days after. So once we are sold out, we will launch the game. Of course, cross fingers, nothing goes wrong on the smart contract when we deploy it. But yeah, we are really very, very excited because again, this game theory that we're gonna be launching with is gonna be totally original. Nothing like that has been done before. And unlike the other on-chain games that you see right now, ours is going to be focused on collaborative strategy. So this means different players will come together and work together for a common goal, and that is to save, save Earth from climate impact. And that is all tied into the gameplay as well as the narrative.
Okay. Are the characters going to be in 2D or 3D?
In 2D, in 2D, yeah. At the beginning of the game, it will be a simple UI. I mean, there wouldn't be much characters at the beginning. So as we roll out, all these will improve as well.
Oh, that's good to hear. I mean, again, I love the art. It's really awesome. For those who haven't seen it, it's been flashing through your screen right now. You should have admired it by now. I mean, this project is gonna go to the moon. I'm telling you right now, I love it. I'm hearing from them a good roadmap. They're providing a good utility, and you're gonna love the art. So I want to ask one more thing. After everything else, what does the future hold for Y2123? Are you gonna stop at 10,000 collection and just the game, or do you have a plan already ahead of this, or is it still secret? Is it still a secret that you can't tell us?
So what I can tell right now is there will be many other collections that will be launched that will be used as game utility within the gameplay that will roll out. So what we'll be launching in December is really just an alpha version. We have a longer roadmap where there's going to be a lot more gameplay. And as what we've seen for the other on-chain games as well, there's land and there's other NFTs. Same for us. We will have other NFTs that will interact with each other, and they will have benefits and utility that's stacked on top of each other. So I think this is what's cool about our team, because we're all tech folks from the tech industry. So these are things that we can really build and execute from ideas that not just we are learning from other projects, but also from ideas that we are seeing in our other aspects of our career.
Yeah, actually, that's an awesome team to have been built. You're all tech engineers. You guys get to know the ins and outs already beforehand, and the ideas just keep flowing. So I guess you really have a good dynamic with each other. Can I ask how many of you are in the team right now?
Yeah, so there is 6 of us on the team. And the key folks in the team are Shankar, who is our tech lead, Rudy, who's our design lead, and myself, who is managing the overall project and also working with Adam and Kate on the community front. Of course, behind the scenes, there are a couple of other designers and advisors who are also supporting us. So for example, we have a scientist who is a TEDx speaker who has been also featured in Vice News a couple of times for her work in marine biology research, who's also advising us on how to utilize these funds to select the right non-profit to donate to. Because it's not just giving a charity some money, right? You need to make sure that they're using it correctly. And a lot of times it comes back down to that non-profits team and their utilization of funds for what kind of projects. So we also have a scientist who is advising us on this, and also to help us select the right non-profits so that our community can vote how to allocate these funds. So we are really taking our climate impact contribution and giving back very seriously as well.
Oh, that's good to hear, man. I mean, you didn't touch on it a while ago, but it's good to hear you're having an initiative to help a non-profit organization. So I know you haven't decided yet, but it's a really good thing that you're doing that. It's rare that NFT projects help out the environment. Like you said, your project is about saving the earth in 100 years from now. So that actually makes sense that you are trying to do the same in the present, right?
Exactly.
So I mean, that ties everything in, and that really sounds awesome. So that puts the topping to the cake. Not only do you have a great project, you have great utility, you have great art, you already have the purpose, I mean, the backing of people who want to help the non-organizations too. You have that pull, the pull to tell people that we're not just here to make money. We're here to help the earth. We're here to help other people. We're here to help and secure the future for people 100 years from now and not just think of ourselves, which is a good message to bring and a good message I think that everyone should be doing in the NFT space.
Exactly. I think this is something that keeps us really, really excited. And it's something that we don't just mention. We actually have tangible partners that we have shortlisted. So if you see on our website, we have actually shortlisted 3 organizations in Indonesia. And of course, we are looking for more partners from around the region and in fact around the world as well. But right now, how we are shortlisting these organizations is really, we want to find organizations who are not only doing meaningful work, but also placed in remote locations, not by choice, but placed in remote locations by virtue of the fact that they are there. But because of that, they have shortage and limited access to funds. So this is what we're trying to do. We want to give these organizations access to funds that they have struggled getting, and help them to plant the corals, plant the trees, and raise the education level of all these communities that they work so closely with.
Oh, that's awesome to hear, man. I mean, you just blew me away. I mean, I just thought it was just gonna be a game. It was just awesome art. It was the futuristic art. But knowing now that you have a advocacy that you're pushing through and you're trying to help the environment get better and trying to reach out to people and trying to save the world, the planet, it's a really good project. And I'm shouting out to everyone watching this right now. All of their links will be posted down below, from their Discord to their website to their social media accounts. I'll tag it all below. I'm begging you to follow them, to watch them closely. Go to their Discord, join the community, get on whitelist, purchase an NFT, support the project. It's something that is different. It's something that's changing the game. It's not just about the art anymore. Like I've said on my other videos, it's always about the utility. It's always about what your purpose is in the NFT game. Because some people just make the art and there's nothing more to it. But when you have a purpose, it makes the work much better. It makes the project clearer and it makes it more fun for people to join. So I want to ask you, is there anything else you want to put out there? Is there a topping to the cake you want us to know? Is there a secret you want to squeal right now that you can just spice up the project a little bit more?
Yeah, for sure. So I think the last icing on the cake is that really join us in our Discord channel. We will be having an exclusive white paper sharing for folks in our community. And this would be the first people in the world to lay eyes on our white paper before the rest of the world, before we spend marketing dollars to go on a marketing blitz 1 week before our launch. So if you're interested in what we're trying to do, this whole game narrative and how this ties back into real life conservation, do join us in our Discord. We have an AMA this Sunday, and we'll be sharing the white paper with our community, and for the first time ever, and that would be that only private preview before we release it publicly to the world.
Oh, nice. All right, so everyone, you heard everything about the project. I hope you learned something from it. I love it, man. I mean, I've been in the space since like June, July, so I've seen a lot of projects go in and out of the NFT world, NFT space. I think this project will be staying. I think these guys know what they're doing, and I hope and I wish them the best. And I will be supporting them, and I hope you do too. Let's go, Y2123.
Awesome. Yeah, thanks so much, Nicolo. Folks like you really make us so happy to be in this space. It's so challenging to get the word out for our project. And folks like you come along, really give us that glimmer of hope to know that people in this space who are helping to raise the profile of good projects are not just out there for money, but also really just genuinely want to help. And really, really thank you again for having us on this space today. And I would wish you all the best, and let's work together to grow your community as well.
Yeah, of course, man. I mean, if you have any more updates, I'd gladly come and bring you back on. Let's do another interview. If you want to release something new, just hop on the interview. Let me know. Let's schedule it. Let's do another interview and tell the people what's up, what's next, what's coming. And I'd like to thank you, honestly, for trusting me with this. I mean, I'm not big yet, but I'm doing this because I really want to help. Like you said, I love, and I am grateful for everything that you said, for all the projects out there. If you really want help, I'm your man. I'm gonna hook you up. Just let me know. Just DM me. And for everyone watching this right now, don't forget to support Y2123. They're a great project. They're saving the earth. And like they said, their storyline takes place 100 years from now, when people from all over the world are going to save the planet together. Let's do this together, and we can start now. Thanks, Keith, for coming. Thanks for your time, man. I appreciate you, man. I'll see you right again. I'll see you again sometime. Thanks.
Cool. Thanks, Nicolo. Thanks for having us again.
I appreciate you, man.
Thanks. Me too.